Good morning. This is J Love again. This is 2014. Can you believe it? We got a new year here already. 2013 was a memorable year for me. Memorable, however you want to say it. Can't say I'm gonna miss 2013. But this is 2014, and as you can see over my shoulder, I got a lot of frost here. I guess you call it frost. It's been a while, but it's certainly not snow. And look, I talked to you before about Urban Salon News. And Urban Salon News, as I said earlier, and as I said before, Urban Salon News is going to talk about, it's an information platform. And I'm still putting it together. I've owned that .com for several years. But I want to talk this morning real briefly with you about how to start, particularly in the health and beauty aid business. I talk to a lot of stylists that have different intellectual properties, ideas, and inventions that they came up with, and they're in various stages of trying to perfect the idea and the invention. And they say, J Love, how can I'm at a point to where I'm at a standstill. I don't know what to do. A lot of the women, they'll have some type of device to help them style hair or to to do some type of technique, and they don't know what to do. I talked to a couple. It was real sad. They had sent their information off to some company, and they kept it, along with their money, I might add. So what can you do? Well, I always tell people, in actually coming up with a concept or an idea, I was taught by a very wise lady at Velvetex Beauty College by the name of Ernestine Towns that the idea had to be simple. Simplicity is everything. Generally, if you are trying to develop an idea, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money. And a lot of times we don't have that kind of money. So the simpler it is, the better it is for you. So let's say that you've come up with some type of device and it helps you do some type of styling technique. Well, look, a lot of people will assume that the first thing they want to do is file for a patent. That's not true. Well, it could be true, but that's not what I recommend. Not at Urban Salon News. There is a process that's called proto-molding. Proto-molding. That's the hunters doing their shooting down here, a lot of critters. And proto-molding is a process where they can actually print your device out of thin air. They can print it and it's real, and what that'll do is give you a chance to use that. They can print it, you can look at it, and they print it based on the form you give them. What's called a blue line copy, or a prototypical copy that you get drawn up, 3D. And they can print it based on those specifications. So you get it, and let's say it's a new roller, and they've printed this roller up for you, and now you can actually use it in your salon. Most of the times to get something like that done, to get 6 or 12 of them done, it may cost you $80. So now you've invested a couple of bucks into trying to find out if your great invention is going to work. And I always recommend that to people because you can think that you have the greatest invention and idea in the world, and it won't work. So invest a couple of dollars. You can Google prototypical molding or proto-molding, and they've got a score of companies out there in universities and different places like that will print this device for you. And they print it out of polymer, so it's very firm. It's not like watery or nothing like that. You can actually use this thing. That's my tip for today. Thank you for listening to Urban Salon News. We'll talk about what to do after you get your proto-molding in the next series. Happy New Year to you, and I'm J Love. Happy New Year's.